When you were a kid, I bet somebody told you, when you make a mess, you clean it up. It's a way to teach responsibility and personal accountability from a young age, and most of us do our best to live up to that standard. In fact, a version of this principle called Polluters Pay is a fundamental tenet of U.S. environmental law. When toxic waste is dumped haphazardly, or land is contaminated and a risk to the public, the government requires polluters to either clean up the mess themselves or pay for the cost of cleanup out of pocket through the EPA Superfund program. With the climate crisis we find ourselves in today, thanks to the pollution of our planet by big oil and gas, wouldn't it be nice if fossil fuel companies did the same? Back in 1980, in response to public health emergencies stemming from toxic waste sites like the Valley of the Drums, Congress created the Federal Superfund Law. It required that polluters pay into a fund that would pay for cleanup and remediation of toxic waste sites around the country, reducing risks to human health and eventually returning the land to a productive state. The Superfund program has been wildly successful, holding polluters accountable for the damage they cause and making sure they fix it. But once again, we find ourselves facing an environmental catastrophe, and just like back then, we know who is responsible. There is no longer any doubt that burning fossil fuels to create energy is warming the planet. The fossil fuel industry has known about this for decades, all the while funding climate denial, opposing regulations, and casting doubt on the science of global warming. Since the 1980s, fossil fuel industry figures have been privately acknowledging their contribution to global greenhouse gas emissions, all while publicly denying responsibility and opposing environmental regulations. Even today, companies like ExxonMobil that claim to support climate science have been caught red-handed on video describing how they buy off politicians and block climate action, all in the name of enriching their shareholders. These super wealthy corporations' efforts to confuse the public and enrich themselves have pushed our planet and its people to the brink. Without immediate action, this crisis will continue to spiral out of control, and we will all suffer the consequences for the actions of one industry. Assessing fossil fuel companies' contributions to the climate crisis and having them foot the bill for the costs of adapting to it is the most just way forward. Just like toxic waste polluters and the EPA Superfund, these fossil fuel companies should have to clean up after themselves. We should hold the most profitable companies in the entire world to higher standards than toddlers, because if they don't pay to clean it up, you and I will, and that isn't fair. We cannot afford to wait any longer. Join me and sign the petition for a climate superfund.